Wimbod. Time with Wimbod. The time with Wimbod. Time with Wimbod.
Hi, you're welcome to Real Time with Wimbod. My name is Wimbod. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about friendship. Yes, you heard right. We're talking about friendship. You know, this is Real Time with Wimbod, and we get real all the time. So do subscribe to this channel for latest updates. Know that feeling when you see people who have been friends for several years and they are still together and they seem not to have any problem. They go everywhere together, they share everything, sometimes even clothes, which is not hygienic by the way, but they still do. And you admire it so much and you're wondering, why can't you have friends who stay loyal to you? Why can't you have friends that you for so long? Why can't you have friends who have been with you for long stay? Those are questions we ask ourselves when we see people who have been friends for long and they seem to be going on fine. One thing we do not realize is that every friendship is like siblings in a house. Every friendship do go through problems, and every friendship, one way or the other, you need to sit down and trash out your issues and move on. But people do not realize that things like this happen. The moment your friend does something to you, sometimes they don't even confront them. You are moving on to the next one. You don't have time to address it. You are like hot-tempered and moving and all that. But let's be real. Are there people who don't fight? Are there people who don't disagree? Are there people who don't have problems in their relationship? Maybe being friends, being sisters. There's no one who doesn't have a problem in their relationship. They address their issues, they trash out their issues, and they solve their issues, no matter how long it takes. You need to understand that people are not the same. Our level of understanding is not the same. Our directions, our purpose in life is not the same. Sometimes we fight with our friends and we're wondering, why does this have to happen to me? Why do I always fight with my friends? Why is it that when I have a problem with my friend, my friend probably moves on to the next person and they are cool and everything? Some of these things are from God. Sometimes you need to understand that you are not supposed to probably be in the person's life forever. Maybe your purpose in that person's life has ended. Maybe the reason why the person was friends with you in the first place was to stop the person from going to another step, or from taking a step that will probably hurt their purpose in life. You need to understand these things. Every individual has his or her God-given purpose in this life, and that is the reason why sometimes you have problems with some of your friends and they have to move on without you. You outgrow each other, And then there's this other thing. Sometimes it's not God. Sometimes it's just your shitty behavior. Sometimes it's just your shitty attitude. Sometimes it's just that you just can't keep friends. And that is probably because you are a blabber. Every little thing being told to you, you are saying to the next person. And your friends have realized that you talk too much, so they don't tell you and then they move on. Sometimes it's probably because you just have a shitty attitude. You just don't give a shit about anybody. Excuse me for using those words, but your attitude is not something that people can deal with. You get it? So sometimes these are the reasons why you don't have friends. Blabbing about everything that you have to anyone who has ears to listen. And when you make friends, right? You make friends, one for companionship, for just so you don't be alone. Two, for advice. I'm not saying that you should depend on your friends for advice and for just so you have a second opinion. That's what I mean. Just so you have a second opinion on certain things. And three, so that when you need help, you can call on someone. These are not the only reasons, but these are some of the reasons why we make friends. Sometimes there are people that you go, like, you're friends with, you go somewhere and you meet, or you go somewhere and you can tell that the person just, there's something about the person that is so familiar. The person wants to be like you. Even your family, the person wish they had your family. The person wished they were coming from your family. I have had my fair share of that. And truth be told, I have seen it. There are people who want your life. They are friends and they are in your life. They are in your life. They are your friends. They want your life. They wish they were you. Now let's talk about the second point, being giving a listening ear to your friend. Now, we said earlier that friendship is about the person having your best interest at heart. Now, if the person has your best interest at heart, you think that it would be fair for you to also have that person's best interest at heart. You know, like giving the person a listening ear when the person needs to talk to you or needs someone to listen to. These are things that people take for granted. Because the person is there for you, and because the person, you feel the person has your best interest at heart, you do not care, and so you don't give them a listening ear. Now the third one will be differences in perspective. Now differences in perspective have to be like when you are friends with someone, you don't necessarily have to have the same ideas, the same reasoning, or the same you don't have to agree on the same thing. You know, there are people who have different perspective. I have my perspective and my friend also has a different perspective. You need to respect the fact that we have different opinions about things. We see things differently. You need to respect that. That can cause you to lose a lot of friends. Now we're talking about outsiders, listening to outsiders in friendship. One of the serious reasons why we lose friends is listening to outsiders. Two people say against the world. Let's say against the world, because once you've gotten to a certain stage in your friendship or gotten to a certain stage in life, people see it. People see that, okay, this duo could be the bomb. This duo could change the world. And so people begin to say things. People begin to talk to you. People, like, whenever you are alone, they seize the opportunity to say things into your ear about the other person. Probably the person hasn't even said anything about you, and they come to you and tell you, oh, your friend said this, or your friend said that. Your friend even undermined you in public, or your friend probably said something about you in public. That is one of the reasons why people lose friends. Now, the other thing that I'll be talking about is pride in friendship. Guys, you need to leave your pride outside the friendship. If you want to be friends with someone for a very, very, very long time, you need to leave your pride outside the friendship. Apologize when you have to. Go to the person's house when you have to. Cry when you have to. Sympathize with the person when you have to. Give a listening ear when you have to. Your pride must be outside the friendship. So now we've spoken about the reasons why people lose friends, or why you're losing friends. You're probably there's probably jealousy in your friendship. You don't listen to your friend. Your differences you have a lot of differences in perspective. You have outsiders talking to you. You are listening to outsiders, and then pride. These are the reasons why people lose friends. Now, one major way of keeping your friend is being tolerant. You have to be extra tolerant. You know how married people always say that if you don't have patience and tolerance, you can't be a married person, or you end up divorcing. It's the same thing with friendship. You need to be very, very, very tolerant, because friendship is like marriage. You're two different people coming together to love each other, to hold each other down. So you need to be very, very, very tolerant in your friendship. Now, another thing that will help your friendship grow and be better is help each other. Help each other. You're friends with somebody, and then you're the one going forward, you're the one going, and your friend is probably stuck. It's not good to be friends with someone, and it's not good to be friends and then only one person is benefiting, only one person is growing. Sometimes, yes, maybe your ideas, maybe your family factor, or maybe a lot of things could be the reason why you're growing. In growing, you need to hold your friend's hand and pull that friend along. You need to hold your friend and build that friend up too. You can't just be the only one going. How are you friends if you're the only one going and your friend is not growing? How are you even friends? You need to help each other grow. That is very important. You don't go alone in the friendship. You go together. Now, another thing in friendship, very important but overlooked, is telling your friend the truth. Telling your friend as it is. You need your friend to be a better person. You need your friend to be, I'm not saying you're an angel. You probably have your flaws. You probably have your problems. But you need to be frank with your friend. You need to tell your friend the truth. Where they are wrong, don't sugarcoat it. Where they are wrong, don't praise them. Tell them as it is. Tell them what they did that was wrong. Even if they hate you for it, one day they'll appreciate you for it. So be frank with your friends, because if you're not being frank with them, you're not helping them. You're not helping them grow. You're destroying them. So be frank with your friend. I have always said this, I don't know how to sugarcoat words, and I know a lot of people probably hate me for it. A lot of my friends around me probably hate me for it, but I'll never let you be that person. Hate me all you want. I'll tell you the truth as it is. If you were wrong, I'll call you out for it. And I do that. My friends would attest to that. I do that. I'll call you out for it, and I'll make sure that you correct it. Don't hesitate to be that person to me. I might cry, you might hurt my feelings, but you're helping me be a better person. And if you don't tell me the truth and I later find out that I was wrong and you were looking at me, or you were edging me on, I will probably cut ties with you, because you don't have my well-being at heart. You are destroying me. So if you want to help me, be that friend who tells me as it is, just like I'll be that friend for you. So I hope you enjoyed this friendship video, and I hope that you practice all the things that I mentioned in them. So don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.